As you join, you share. Let's share a little bit of information. It's just going to last for 10 minutes. Invite others, share, or others might watch, might come later to watch. Share on your platform. Invite, and invite. Fellow Amazonians, ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed a lot of betrayals, a lot of traitors, a lot of power mongering within our revolution. But based on the fact that our revolution is a God-ordained revolution, the revolution is still on track. The revolution ran on autopilot for quite a long time before we had a new and truthful leader in the name of Madam President Iya Marianta, who has been doing a wonderful job both on ground zero and on ground one, not leaving out the international arena because she has been carrying out a lot of diplomatic works behind closed doors, and the fruits of such works are beginning to resurface so that each and every one of us can see. Now, I'm still at work, but I said when duty calls, Ambazonia comes first. I said I should take out 10 minutes of my time to pass out this information. After Mr. Chris Anu, the leader of Libialem and the leader of the newly formed group called the Kingmakers Cult, openly acknowledged that President Marianta has been the only leader who has been sending money on ground zero, and that fighting has been taking place. It should sound in your ears now that all the lies he told against President Marianta, who has been doing a wonderful job, were just because he needed to create his own group, and not just because he wanted to become a leader of our struggle, because he isn't a leader of our struggle, but he is a leader of his own newly formed group called the Kingmakers Court. Now, Mr. Chris Anu has embarked on a wonderful sabotaging tour for the past 6 years, for the past 6 years now counting, in which he has been destroying patriotic and wonderful leaders who are bent on serving Ambazonia until we get our freedom. First and foremost, Chris Anu told the Ambazonian people, you and myself watching, that President Sisiku Tabe Julius Ayok was compromised while in jail. We all went out gullibly and accepted that without having the proper knowledge of what was going on. By so doing, Chris Anu embarked on series of sabotage, conspiracy theories, character assassination towards the person of President Sisiku, who is languishing in jail with some members of our cabinet, who I know he is a true patriot. And I want to use this platform today to table my apologies to the Ambazonians and to President Sisiku Julius Ayok, that any word that I said towards him in the past during Chris Anu's era with Sako was because of the lack of knowledge of what was really going on, was because of the lies and conspiracy theories that Mr. Christopher Anu told us and told you people watching that he is compromised. But I want to state here categorically clear that our leader in jail is not compromised. He is a victim of circumstance. Because he is in jail, he cannot put out any defense to defend himself against anything that someone who is free out there like Chris Anu has been blackmailing him, has been sabotaging him, has been assassinating his character. This character assassination have resurfaced again in Chris Anu's character, whereby he has destroyed Dr. Sako, who, listen to me well, Dr. Sako has errors. He has carried out a lot of errors, embezzlement problems, and many other things. But after knowing the truth, we have seen that a lot of things that Mr. Chris Anu said against Sako were lies. Because if you want to put out the truth, you need to come out with evidence. Some were truth and some were lies. But we have noticed that Chris Anu is a saboteur, a blackmailer, and someone who is involved in complete character assassination of people who are leading us. It is true that Sako embezzled my trip to Boya 1, my trip to Boya 2. There were mismanagement. But he cannot separate himself from Sako. Any embezzlement that was carried out by Sako under his government, and Chris Anu was part of that government, he is inclusive. He also embezzled. He freed himself by running away, recruited people, and embarked on sabotaging Sako and many others just to free himself, and finally to come and show his real colors as a chameleon today, to say he wants to become a leader, which we know we have refused. Most of us have refused. We have a president, and it's President Marianta, who is still doing a wonderful job down there. Chris Anu has embarked on a deformation trip towards patriotic Ambazonians. He destroyed Sisiku Tabe Julius Ayuk. Let me make a link. Chris Anu said Sako was talking with La Republique, that he has compromised a position of independence, that he is compromised, that he wants to rule from jail. So Sako, Chris Anu, Sisiku Tabe Julius Ayuk spoke with La Republique while in jail. And now Chris Anu was out while he was a Secretary of State under President Marietta. He was secretly speaking with a delegation from the Prime Minister of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon, thereby speaking with the same La République who he criticized former leader, President Tabe Julius Ayuk, of discussing with La République. Therefore, he himself is compromised. He is the person who is compromised, not Tabe Julius Ayuk. President Tabe Julius Ayuk, in any atmosphere, he has a right. While he's in prison, if La République approaches him, he has the right to talk, but he puts Ambazonian first. That is the problem. Talking with La République or having talks with La République, informal talks, is not prohibited. Doesn't make him compromise. And by so doing, another old man, Dr. Barrister Fru, was recruited by Chris Anu to amplify this accusation. He escaped from Ground Zero to United States, and he said he was the personal attorney to our former president, that he is compromised. He didn't give any evidence. Those were the type of people Chris Anu employed to achieve his goal. So to my president there in prison, you are a leader. A word of apology from me. Anything, any word, wrong word that I use, confirming that you are compromised, I apologize for that, because with time, people say with time the truth shall come out. If you were indeed compromised, you wouldn't be staying in jail with part of your cabinet for this number of years. The truth is that you aren't compromised. The truth is that it's Sako plus Chris Ano, together with Chris Ano, that led this campaign against your personality to lure Ambazonians, to make Ambazonians believe that you are compromised, that you have been compromised, that you want to sell our struggle to La Republique. So God should bless you and God protect you while you are in jail. You are a genuine leader and the face of this revolution. President Sisiku Tabe Julius Ayok. Now, Chris Ano, tell the Ambazonian people why you were speaking, or you have been speaking, with agents sent by the Prime Minister of Cameroon that represents La Republique, if that is not compromised, if that is not selling the struggle, and if that is not power mongering, because you weren't the president and you are not the president of the interim government. President Marietta remains the legitimate president of the interim government. I was happy in your show the other day, whether it was a slip of tongue. You told Sikot that is President Marietta has been sending money on Ground Zero. That fighting has been going on Ground Zero, and you can attest to the fact that President Marietta, you refuse to call her president, but you called her name, that she has been the only person that has been sending money to empower Ground Zero. So thank you for that acknowledgement, and I hope people who have been circulating, people who are around you, those kingmakers called, who think with you to try to slow down a revolution when things were really moving very fast on Brazil, should know the truth now. And you also promise those people and some of your supporters that power, that things have changed on Brazil. After creating your own group with a couple of others called the Kingmakers Call, you have been in office now for 2 months. We haven't had a single knockout in Libya, where you hail from. The only thing we saw there was a frame up, a moving outlet, where people were speaking French, and the set man you said you made the female of Libya, was that who Commander 2x2 or General 2x2 who was being seated on the ground and tormented. So it's a lot of complication there. So where are the millionaire friends that you said you had that will donate and that will contribute? That people are tired. People don't want to contribute because they don't want a leader who is slow. That they need a revolutionary leader, an erratic leader, a radical leader. That you are a radical leader and a very erratic person. You have taken power. Where are they? I have no problem with the creation of groups, provided those groups are out genuine and are focusing towards liberating us, going after La Republique. You have created your own group. We haven't heard anything. The only thing we have taken note is that you and your people have been struggling to destroy the Unity Warriors on Ground Zero. You can't. It is too late and it's very difficult, and it's practically impossible for you to penetrate the Unity Warriors or to destroy any unity that have been formed by our fighters on Ground Zero. You told the Ambazonian people that President Marietta, for the past 6 months that she took power, that she was unable to raise $100,000, which was a lie. And later on, you people started claiming that there are money in the accounts here and there, whereas we have seen the amount of money that was used in purchasing those big firewood. is a huge sum, not to talk of what they have been given to our fighters on ground zero and what has been going down to ground one. So it is very pathetic. Ambazonian people, you should know that our former leader, the face of this revolution, President Tabe Julius Ayok in jail, is not compromised, was not compromised, is not compromised, and I think he will never be compromised after staying in jail for more than 4 years with some members of his cabinet. Those statements that were being used by Sisiku, by Chris Anu, were meant to sway people away from a genuine leader who is this? From a genuine leader like Sisiku Tabe Julius Ayok. So, my brothers and sisters, Chris Anu is an impostor, a destroyer, a traitor to this revolution. He thinks only about himself. He thinks if he isn't the leader, no one else can take us to Ambazonia. Move away before it is too late. Move away from Chris Anu. Anything that concerns Chris Anu, move away. Chris Anu is a compromised figure. Chris Anu is a power monger. Chris Anu is a divider. Chris Anu is a bully. Chris Anu is a smart and a smooth criminal who have caused a lot of things within this revolution. Now, let me make this point very, very clear, because people like Eric Tato will come out and say, yeah, those people, they have started seeing what he said. Yes, I stand with you when you said Sisiku Tabe Julius Ayok wasn't compromised. But I disagree with you because you said he should rule from jail. You would have said he should give us advice on the way forward from jail, and we should have a leader who is free out there. And I also disagree with you because you said work should resume in Lobe and CDC or elsewhere, that our fighters will stop when our people want to take the raw material out. I disagree with you. Economic sabotage wins a war. It has been proven in many parts of the world. When you saw Iraq, people bombed the oil well. People destroyed assets that will be given financial lifting to the government in place. It is something that is good. So we should count on that. People should not resume to work. People should not resume work. By the way, how much do they pay you people there? 30,000, 20,000 that they never pay you people. We should fight and never to fight again. Fight at once, suffer now, fight at once and win forever and stay free and live happily forever. We know it is difficult. And another short advice, there was one so-called person who is the vice chair of the deformed and decomposed Restoration Council in the name of Ande, who said she will carry our president to the court, that she will take President Iya Marietta to court. You can't and you won't win. My advice to you, you have criminal problems. Your husband was the chairman of Southern Cameroon Belgium Association, whereby he had a lot of financial crimes here, until the very tactics that you are taking to destroy, that you are using to destroy others, is the very tactics you use here. You refuse an election here when Southern Cameroon Belgium organized an election. You came into that hall because your husband, you knew that he was going to lose the election. You came with sticks and open fight. It was by the help of police. People that everything, and the police came in. I was there. You can't deny it. You know me. I know you. You people have a lot of crimes. Your husband inclusive, is being accused of selling attestations to non-Southern Cameroonians to go and seek for asylum, making that money personally for you and himself. Nobody said that. You came here, you stopped an election while you were in Belgium. You are one of the people who helped to destabilize Belgium. And now you are trying to validate a fraudulent election within, whereas you live in UK. You hate President Iya Marietta for no good reason. She isn't. You yourself, you people, you tried to become the president. You almost fought with Dr. Epa in the Decomposed Restoration Council, Decomposed and Defunct Restoration Council, because he said he wants to become the president. You set over your dead body than Epa to stand as a presidential candidate, then you will stand. That is where he was shot. He was asked to back down. He backed down and you backed down. And now you have to come out with a cabinet, with your own candidate. Because you hate President Marietta. You hate President Marietta on which ground? You don't need to like a leader personally before you support that leader. President Marietta is doing a wonderful job. She was doing a wonderful job and now she's still doing a wonderful job. There is no reason of hating her. And you brought sticks here and canes to fight. And I was there. She knows me. If she want to refuse, let her come. She can call live. She knows me very well. I was the communication secretary for Southern Cameroon, Belgium, and I'm still the communication secretary for Southern Cameroon, Belgium. She knows me very well. She destroyed the election here because she knew that she would not win the election. And today she's criticizing President Marietta, who only raised concerns that elections laws are biased. They are not well done. People should sit on a round table and do them well and review them. Then they should become electoral code. And you started criticizing President Marietta, making calls from left to right. You and your husband has a lot of financial crimes here in Belgium, within the Southern Cameroon, Belgium. You are accused of selling affidavit to non-Ambazonians to go and fly in. And you put that money in your pocket. There are witnesses, people, a handful of them. We have them here. And today you want to criticize a very solid lady who has not embezzled a single franc, who is putting her own money in within the revolution. Fellow Ambazonians, I'm still at work. I wouldn't take a lot of time. People will come and watch later. I know that. The President Marietta, with our government, they have put out all the payment. They have put things together. They have been working behind the scene. They haven't slept. They have put out every payment method. They have secured all safe channels, safe methods that you can pay, do your contribution, the CID, the ARFE. Now everything is set. We don't need to complain any longer. Our boys cannot stay hunger. Our boys cannot lack granules. Our people on ground zero cannot lack. We have to support them, we who are out here. I myself will be doing my contribution. So you can go through my Facebook. I've put out those flyers. You will see the various methods, CID, ARFE, everything. They are safe. Your money is in safe hands. So I just wanted to make this short show to educate people. Chris Anu criticized former leader of discussing with La République, meaning his compromise. He himself has been discussing with agents from La République, from the Prime Ministry. After that discussion, without the knowledge of the government, whereas he was the Secretary of Communication, Secretary of State for Communication, he decided to run in for president. And since he didn't meet up with the laws when they said they should arrange the laws, they carried out a fraudulent election to create a new group. So there hasn't been any election. President Marietta remains the legitimate leader of the interim government. What you see out there with Secretary Chris is the formation of a new group called the Kingmakers Court. So pay your money in safe hands where you can have accountability and action.